I swear if I did a video for every breach, I would just never stop making videos. But this one's interesting. It's Okta. You may not know what Okta is. If you're in enterprise, you probably do. It's used for single sign-on or multi-factor authentication, some of the stuff that we talked about last month. And they've had a couple of breaches. They were part of the MGM and Caesars breach, but they weren't breached themselves. They were just leveraged. This one is they were actually breached. Their support portal was actually breached. Session tokens that could log in from companies like Cloudflare, Beyond Trust, and 1Password were all stolen. Now, Okta has other customers. They have like FedEx, Amazon, huge companies that use them. Sometimes it's companies that you wouldn't even know that you're using that are using Okta to protect their stuff. Well, it turns out they blame this on a support engineer basically saving his support login in his Google Chrome personal account. Because on his enterprise device, he was allowed to log into his Google Chrome personal account. That's what they conclude. What they don't talk about is it doesn't sound like their support system had multi-factor authentication from a company that focuses on single sign-on and multi-factor authentication. They don't say that in their blog report, which is interesting. So keep that in mind. But they made some other changes. So as we go on our security journey, it's really important to understand that sometimes you just find things that you missed. Like allowing people to log into personal Google accounts on an enterprise device is something that you can block. So they blocked it. They've done some enhanced monitoring. They're now binding some of their administrative stuff to certain network locations, which is great because it's how it probably should be. But it's just a lesson to be learned that you think you're safe, you think you're secure, and then you find a gap, and now you have to put in controls to make sure you mitigate that risk. And lesson learned, it doesn't sound like anything really super bad happened here, but again, it's a lesson we need to learn. And again, go back to the MFA thing and think about that for a second. I'm really curious if they ever come out and admit that or not. So until next time, stay cyber safe.